Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the...
It's movie night with Bill and Lil.
Allow myself to introduce myself.
Hey everybody, welcome to episode 0, and by 0 I mean this is the first episode, but we're not going to be talking about movies. We're actually just going to get started. By the end you guys will hear what movie we're going to be talking about. I'm Billy D.
How are you guys, gals, non-binary pals doing today? I know Billy's doing great, just like myself. My name is Lilith. You can find me on TikTok as Lilith capital F T capital T W. It stands for Lilith for the win. Not anything vulgar like some people may think. I am here because Billy has awesomely asked me to join him in this endeavor, and I could not be more excited. I love film. I love movies, especially horror movies. And I can't wait to get into this with you, Billy, and discuss some of our favorite things in the whole entire world.
So, a little bit about us, real quick. How long have you known me for?
Let's see. I'm going to say it's been about, at most, 2 years now, I think.
2 years?
2 years, I think.
And how many times have we talked to each other in that 2 years?
2 hours later.
Let's see, including this time?
Including this time.
Let's see.
3 hours later.
Probably 10.
10 times.
Probably 10.
And oftentimes it was because she keeps tagging me in all her TikToks. On top of that...
No, never. I don't do that. Don't do that.
Fine.
I don't tag anybody.
It's fine. It's fine. I enjoy it, but like... You bring this energy to anything that you touch. It's just amazing. But I messaged her about 2 days ago. I think we finally talked 2 days ago at the same time I messaged. And it's just...
Oh my gosh. I was late to that message, by the way, because I was having a crazy day that day. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm late to the message. He's not going to have the offer anymore. I'm going to be so sad. But Billy's awesome, as you guys will find out if you don't already know. Go ahead, Bill. Just had to add that.
We just clicked right off the bat. We love horror. We love everything. And from that first meeting, I knew that this is going to be a great thing. Real quick, so I asked you what's your favorite movie. Tell everybody what the first movie's going to be for episode 1.
Are you guys ready? I'm so ready. I love this movie. It is going to be Hell House LLC, baby. I love this movie more than words can explain. Would you like to put some words out on this movie, Billy, before I go full throttle? Because I tend not to stop once I start with this one.
I never seen it before, and I'm going to save all my opinions for next week. Sat down, watched it, and me and my wife had a good time. So if you want to join us next week and watch it before, we're going to post that again next week. Yes. But go ahead. Do your thing. Do your rant.
Oh my gosh. It's if you are a horror junkie like myself and you love found footage horror, I find that the Hell House LLC trilogy really is the epitome of what you want out of found footage. For me, not a single one in this trilogy has disappointed me thus far. And unfortunately, the series they were thinking about did not financially work out, but there's a prequel in the works. So if we get your interest piqued, there is another film to be had, and does this one have some story to it, guys, gals, non-binary pals. If you know where to look, if you know how to pay attention, there's some details in here that you will not see the first time around. So let's go. I'm so excited for episode 1, and I will... I can't. Yeah.
She's
I'm
not
so excited.
lying.
I love this movie.
We actually rewind it like 3 or 4 times. We saw Easter eggs left and right. That, like, so...
Yes.
the movie is a documentary style film. I did not know that going in. I thought it was going to be like a Blair Witch or Paranormal knockoff, which is not. It's beautifully made. I have to say that it does things that I wish more horror movies that were found footage would do. And then on top of that, the practical effects for most of the events is bar none like some of the best.
I agree. For the budget they must have had to pull off what they did is just astounding to me, because it's so effective, and it's scary. It's legitimately scary.
We'll definitely be going more in depth about that, but this is my hook for you. You guys have to go and watch this, because without your recommendation, I probably would skip it. There's one time where I almost watched it by complete accident. Zach Baggins made a movie called Demon House, and it was about
yes, I know exactly.
Yep, Gary, Indiana. I accidentally clicked Hell House, and it was a totally different vibe. So I say go give it a chance real quick. I don't know how many people will see episode 0, but if you start this journey and we're on episode 50, I still recommend this movie.
Yes, same. I honestly think the trilogy is consistently good throughout. It has a very good story that continues on with itself and adds to itself with each entry. And I can't wait to discuss more about this film with you, Billy, and more with you guys, gals, non-binary pals. I'm so excited. I hope you hop on this journey with us. And I'm not here for a million views. I'm not here for $1 million. I just want to chit-chat with some good friends about some good old films. Because back in the day, those were my friends. And now I finally, through Horror Talk, I have found people like Billy and people like you that are watching right now that have embraced me as me and have the passion for film that I do and like Billy does. So I hope you stick around with us so you can enjoy and engage and talk film how you want to talk film, like you don't get to with the people around you because they don't get it like we do.
Yeah, and we're going to go through a ton of movies, like bad B-sides movies, because I love bad movies. If you followed me on YouTube, that was my thing. We're going to talk about Christmas movies, sci-fi. We're going to go through multiple genres, but like our bio says, like everything, our forte is horror. So come in, check in. If you see something that you like, it's going to definitely be in the title. We're not going to do wolf in sheep's clothing type stuff. We're going to be upfront and honest about everything.
110%. I am very big with that. Anything we do, we will be open and honest with you.
And yeah, I'm just ready for the ride. What is something that you hope to like do later on? Like, is there a franchise? Is there a certain movie or?
Let's see. After this one, I'm actually going to let you answer that first because I technically picked Hell House. So let's see. What would you want to see in this series, Billy?
I'm so excited for everything. Honestly, it's so around Christmas time, I think I'd get lucky for one podcast to do one Christmas movie, and it's either Black Christmas or it's just
original or remake.
Any of them. They typically go through them all in one go. I know we're not going to do that. We'll probably do individual episodes. I want to see like Santa Slays, Better Watch Out, some of these horror movies that don't really get the light shined on.
Better Watch Out was a huge pleasant surprise. That would be a good one to do.
And
which was supposed to have a sequel that is no longer in the works, which I'm very sad about because I read the idea for the sequel of that film and I loved it, and it's nowhere to be found now. So I'm very sad.
What was the idea for the sequel?
So basically, I don't want to spoil anything that anybody that hasn't seen the first one. So let's see how I can go about this without spoiling it. But let's say character. Go ahead.
I know we're going to get to that episode. If you want to save it for that episode.
Okay, we can save it for that episode. I'm just gonna say that it would have been a very good continuation to the original story, and I was excited. And I recently looked up for details for the sequel, and it completely disappeared. So I don't know, it was a financial thing or an actor thing, or not sure. But they killed the first one, that's for sure.
Yeah, the first one's great. I would recommend it, even out of season. Like if you just turn it on now, it's still pretty
Yes.
good.
It's literally the best way I can describe it is American Psycho, but not through an adult's eyes. There we go.
would say it's Home Alone with a twist.
That's even better. That's even better. That's even better.
So another thing I'm hoping to do is in my family tradition is you have to wait till Thanksgiving to start setting up for Christmas. So I can't talk
Right.
about Christmas until Thanksgiving or after. So the first Saturday or Friday after Thanksgiving,
Telling you, Billy.
I know we're gonna do a Christmas movie from there on out, and there's no shortage of Christmas horror or like. So
Nope.
if I had to pick my favorite movie of all time, most days I'll say Army of Darkness, but other days I will say Christmas Vacation. So I think we're gonna do a one-off Christmas Vacation episode. I mean, we have to.
Okay, I mean, I think my mom would be ecstatic and jump for joy because that is her favorite film of all time.
I think
I grew up watching that movie literally from December 1st till the end of December. Every day because my mom loves it so much.
Funny enough, Army of Darkness is probably like once a year movie for me, or maybe even twice around Halloween. But Christmas Vacation, I think I watch 8 or 9 times a year, and it's
Yeah.
it's ridiculous.
That's me with Hell House LLC.
So
Literally, the Hell House LLC franchise, literally, I'll put on to go to sleep, even though it creeps me out, because it's just my go-to movie because I enjoy them so much. It's just, it's something about them that I think they're thoroughly good films, and I enjoy them.
well, I don't know how you could go to sleep to that. I mean, that's not my comfort movie. In
That's
fact,
the thing.
I can't wait to talk about
That's
this
the
next
thing,
week.
literally.
Because I'm going to have to tell you, like, the type of unsettlingness that I got after the movie that I couldn't stand in my own house.
Yes.
So we'll talk about that.
Oh, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I put these movies on and had to turn them off after multiple viewings because I was like, yeah, I can't get to sleep right now because I've done screwed myself over right now. But yeah, I'm gonna stop talking about it. We'll wait until the first episode. But yes,
Yes, this is exciting. I mean, I can't wait.
it is.
We're going to go through slashers. I'm still debating whether we're going to do every Friday the 13th. We do a Friday the 13th. It's just so hard for me because once I get started on that series, I can't stop. I have, every time it lulls out, like when it starts starting, like, oh man, I don't think I want to watch this anymore. The movies come back and it gets better, and then lulls, it gets better. Then it's a crazy mix, and this is going to be a hot take. This is the first hot take for this channel. I would say Jason
There's gonna be
movies.
many from me, trust me. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to talk over
No,
you. Go
you're
ahead.
fine. Jason movies are better than
Yes.
Nightmare movies. And we're using Nightmare in the intro, so
Billy,
I know.
Billy, we just lost 3 followers and we don't even have any yet.
I know we're starting at -3. It's an uphill battle from here. So please share.
No, but hey, here's another 3. Jason X is my favorite one of the franchise, so everybody gives me crap for that.
So before
Yeah.
this Jason X craze, like, I'm not saying that this is a bandwagon movie, but
Yes.
I had a DVD that I would give out all the time, and it was Jason X. I had a friend in high school that I made him watch this. My first convention, my first autograph that I went up and had somebody sign was Kane Hodder for Jason X poster.
Wow.
And he kind of gave me like a movie quiz. He's like, "Why do you like this? What do you remember?" Like he was like, he was kind of like, I basically like told him, The kills were great. I love the sci-fi and campiness of it all, and the sleeping bag scene is probably hands down the dumbest yet greatest thing I seen on camera.
Oh my god, I love that part. It's one of my favorite parts.
I was thinking, like, if Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck, like, were in a Jason movie, that this would be a scene in a Looney Tunes cartoon, and I love it.
Yes. Oh my gosh. And see, that's the thing why I think I like Jason X more than most people is because I appreciate camp and horror. Though I do understand certain films, there's no place for camp in that horror film. But I do thoroughly enjoy a campy horror film. For example, Dead Alive is another one that I enjoy thoroughly. That is like hardcore gore and hardcore camp. And I love every second of that film. So maybe that's a good one to do later down the road as well. Dead Alive, or I think it's also known as Brain Dead.
I'm gonna do a second hot take. Oh man, we're gonna lose negative. We're gonna be at -5 starting this.
Oh, Billy, what are you doing to us? I
know.
thought I was gonna be the controversial one, okay? And you're just throwing out all these hot takes.
So,
Let's go.
This isn't mine. This is my dad's. We went to
Okay.
Blockbuster.
Mhm.
He's like, I'm going to get you started on this series. He knows I like scary stuff, and he doesn't really let me. I was probably in like 4th grade. I was trying to get into adult horror, and he's like, Texas Chainsaw is the best scary movie of all time. But then when we got to Blockbuster, he said, I'm lying. This is it. And then he pulled up Texas Chainsaw 2. And the first Texas Chainsaw movie I seen is Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, and he said that this is the best one of them all, and a lot of people would disagree with that, but it's one of my favorites because of the campiness, Bill Moseley, and like Leatherface's signature, like. So Leatherface danced at the end at the first one. It's been a while since I seen it. I have to go back and rewatch it. But I don't remember him doing the like shaking the chainsaw over his head. But he did it all the time in Texas Chainsaw 2. So that's where that came from. And I love it. And I rewatched it the other day. My sister never seen it. And we have like a 10-year age gap. Yeah. So I sat her down. We watched it. I didn't know the Wednesday song was at the beginning of this.
Okay.
But I could tell you a lot of things about that movie. Like in the new Child's Play movie, that was the movie that got Chucky to start murdering people. And I'm like, that's probably the first movie I see too. So me and Chucky have like a same thing, except I don't kill people. That's one thing I stand against.
Yeah, see, that same here.
Don't
We
murder.
love some horror, but we're not for actual violence here. But yeah, it's just like it's crazy to me because I don't know if you, which I'm sure you already know this, but did you know that movie was cut up to bits on the cutting room floor? So the movie we got was not the original cut, and the reason we can never see the original cut is because they literally sliced it, threw it away, and gone in the trash, never to be seen again.
I mean, in all fairness,
Same thing happened.
Like physical media wasn't that big of a thing, and then like they didn't know how many times people can re-alter movies, do a director's cut, and like that's the same issue with Friday the 13th New Blood, and there was like no blood in it because all the blood was left in the cutting room floor.
Yeah, but having said that about Texas 2, I literally think, like, because I recently did a list on TikTok, and that's my number 2. Number 1's the number 1 is number 1 for me, just because it's hard for me to take a number 1 out of the top slot if it's a decent film, because if it wasn't for that film,
we're gonna need to stop.
That's my.
We're gonna probably have to stop talking about Texas because I have a lot of hot takes with Texas.
Oh no! Here we go. No, you know I did a video on Texas, Billy. You're the one that called me out about this and made me show the whole world that Jason X was my favorite. Now I remember. Oh, it's rolling back around. I know.
I like to start things. I like to stir the pot there, and
yes, you do.
I really like.
But that's great.
What's his name? Army Hammer? The guy from Full Metal Jacket.
Yes.
I like his portion of the remake, and I really like the remake of Texas Chainsaw. And I would say that was so. Filmmaker, movie me. I respect everything that we got from the original Texas Chainsaw. I respect everything we got from the Evil Dead movie. It's just when they made things better. So the original director made it better with Texas Chainsaw 2. Toby Hooper, is that him? Sam Raimi made it better when he made part 2, and even did like a small little reboot in the sequel. So I enjoyed that a lot. So a lot of firsts for me are not my favorite and probably aren't even in the top like 3, which tick a lot of people off. And and it's like I'm not a originalist. Does that make sense? Like, we're not drinking original Coke. It's not the original recipe, but you'll still have a lot of purists that like, oh, I want the original. Over time, things get better and sequels get better, new ingredients, new spices of life, and this is what's gonna kill me. Most of my slashers, none of the original is the best for me, except for one. Can you guess that one?
Please say it's Scream. Never mind. Hold on. You said remakes. They haven't remade that yet. That's still going. Remake wise. No, okay, I can't do this technically.
Even with sequels, you're right. I'm just gonna give it to you. It's Scream. Like, nothing will top original Scream for me. But Nightmare on Elm Street, Dream Warriors is my favorite. The Jason movies, if I had to pick my favorite, and I know I said Jason X already, but I could rewatch the final chapter over and over and over again.
That is a very good one.
Child's Play 2.
Going back to Dream Warriors with those needle fingers. Oh my gosh, when I was younger, watching those needle fingers go into her skin.
Ooh.
It hurt so bad. I loved every second, but it hurts so. I love Dream Warriors.
Dream Warriors is great.
Yes. I think Dream Warriors and New Nightmare are my two favorites, other than the original.
There's so many things to talk about. We're definitely going to go through the Conjuring universe, Paranormal universe. We're going to go through the Blair Witch. There's so many things that we could talk about.
You can tell we're chomping at the bit to talk about these things because we're going to franchise to franchise, but we're supposed to go one franchise an episode, mister. We keep going back and forth.
I know. And this is episode 0. Most of our episodes will not have a time limit. I think what we're going to do is discuss times and what time, like, I have a family and I have to cater to them. Lilith is a busybody, like, always on the go. Yeah. I mean, I can't tell you how many times we rescheduled. I'm just kidding.
Not here.
But things come up, and so we're going to have really long episodes. We're going to have really short episodes. Episode 0 is most people's really short episode, but look at us. We're just rambling on.
Yes. And we're here to have a good time, and I hope you guys, gals, non-binary pals, have a good time as well, because that's what we're here for.
And
talk some good movies and... Go ahead.
And before everybody clicks off, we're going to do crowd participation. And what's going to happen is I have a link tree. Follow the Instagram. I'm going to post something. Lilith's going to post something. And it's more or less we're going to collect everybody's information, not like addresses and stuff, but like we're going to vote for who deserves to die, who is the real hero. It's going to be a different question each time. And then we're going to play fun games.
We want to be really interactive with you guys.
Yeah, we're going to do blind rankings, and we're going to let you guys play in the comments. Honestly, what I'd like to do is once a month, we're going to trade off movies, but once a month, let's talk about your movies. I would have never watched Tell House if I never heard of, like, Lilith. So thank God for TikTok. And that movie
Yes,
was great.
yes.
Check that out. So if you guys have anything in the comments, please go ahead and start listing them. I like to read them. And even if we don't do an episode about it, I'll probably comment back saying, hey, that was a good selection. And I try not to bash anything. So if I didn't like the movie, don't keep commenting.
Well, see, that's the thing too. Like, me and Billy have discussed this. Like, there's going to be movies on these lists, and we're going to have episodes where one of us isn't going to like this movie, and we're perfectly fine with having this discussion because we're two people that don't attack each other. We respect each other's opinions. We break down the opinions, and we realize, hey, maybe it takes it up a notch for one of us. Maybe it takes it down a notch for one of us. But we can respect each other's opinion and have this conversation and still love the same genre and the same film, or not like the same film, and still respect each other. And see, that's another thing why we're here. We got to make sure everybody knows that you are accepted here, okay? This is a safe place for horror fans, film fans, and everybody else. Billy is as non-judgmental as it gets. I am as non-judgmental as it gets. I really am excited to go on this endeavor with you guys.
Yeah, it's going to be a great time. Thank you guys for watching episode 0. If you have any questions for me or Lilith, post them in the comments. We'll try to answer them the next time we do like a get to know you. We'll just keep collecting data and things will go on. Thank you guys for stopping by.